Hey guys, this is Kevin, and I'm finally back with another tutorial. I know it's been a few months since I've done anything like this, so I apologize if any subscribers of mine have been um, wanting me to come out with something and I haven't, so I've just been really busy. Anyway, this tutorial I'm going to show you how to configure frame relay using sub interfaces. So a router, say you have a router and you want to have multiple point-to-point connections, you can use sub interfaces, so you don't have to have a serial interface for each frame relay connection. You can just have almost like a logical connection with that allows you to have more than one interface, more than one frame relay point-to-point interface on a single interface. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that in just a little bit, but here's what we're going to be working with. And I've already gone ahead and I've given all the PCs IP addresses. So as you can see here, 192.168.1, the PC is going to be .1. All of them will end in .1, and the default gateway for every router will be .254. And because there's just so much to do in this tutorial, I'm probably going to make it a 3-part tutorial depending on how my time goes. I'm letting you know in advance that I may make some mistakes, and I'll have to do some troubleshooting to fix them, and that should be beneficial to the viewer, whoever's watching, because I know when I was learning, I always wished I'd watched a tutorial where someone had made a mistake so I could see how they took the time to troubleshoot and fix the problem. So I will probably make a mistake, and I will probably show you my methods of troubleshooting. So first off, I think I'm going to start off with configuring the cloud. In this case, we're just going to pretend like it's the service provider, like your service provider, telephone company. And this can be kind of complicated, so just bear with me. So first of all, you want to click on the cloud, then you want to go configure, and you can see here I've got serial 0, serial 2, serial 3, and serial 1. So we're going to be playing with these serial ports over here. So first off, let's start with serial 0. Okay, and so if this PC wanted to reach this PC, ideally it would want to use delci 16 to get there, and for the PC over here to get back to this network, it would use 61. And all I did was I just switched around, said 16 and put the 1 in front of the 6 in front of the 1, so it's 61. Anyway, so let's start with this. So we're gonna make it so this PC can come this direction, and so that this PC can come this direction, so it can reach 2 and 4. So it's so the delci for the first step will be 16, and this allows router 1 to reach router 4, and you want to add that. Then you want to say delci 64 over here connects router 1 to router 2. 64. Oops, sorry, my bad, let's delete that. 64 router 1 to router 4, and 16 connects router 1 to router 2. That looks a lot better. Okay, so we added that. Just want to double check, make sure I got it. You just want to take your time with this, you don't want to mess this up. So router 1 to router 4, 64. Okay, so that's good for serial 0. Let's go over here, serial 1, which is over here, and so this will be from the .4 network to the .3 and the .4 to the .1. So 46, which is over here. So router 4 to router 1, and I'm going to add it, and then you've got 150. DLC 150 takes you to router 3, so router 4 to router 3. You want to add that. Then you want to go to serial 2, which is over here, and you want to connect the .2 network to the .1 and the .3 network. So it's 61, and that is R2 to R1, so 61, R2 to R1. Let's add that, and 89, which is R2 to R3. Then you want to do the final interface as R3, which is connecting the .3 network to .4 and the .3 to .2 using DLC 98 and 105. So let's start with 98. DLC 98 connects router 3 to router 2, and DLC 105 connects router 3 to router 4. Okay, so now we've added these paths. Now we need to actually configure them in the cloud. So to do that, I'm going to say serial 0, start with serial 0, R1 to R4. Then you look for where R4 comes back to R1, and in this case it is R4 to R1, so that's serial 1, R4 to R1. So serial 0 is R1 to R4, and then from serial 4, from router 4 back to router 1, it's serial 1 to serial R00. So let's add that. Then we want to do the next one, which is serial 0, R1 to R2, and R2 to R1 is R2 to R1, serial 2. Add it. Then we want to do serial 1, and let's look for router 4 to router 3, and router 3 back to router 4 is serial 3, router 3, router 4, let's add that. And then the final one is serial 2, which is R2 to R3, and R3 back to R2 is found on serial 3. Okay, so if you look here, you'll get a better view at what I'm... So although there are only 4, we only created 4 connections. In reality, we actually created 8 connections, which is what we ideally what we want. So you can see here, although serial 0 is R1 to R2, and then serial 2 is R2 back to R1. Serial 0, R1 to R4, serial 1, R4 back to R1. And you can kind of see it, that's how I made it. So I just made sure there was a connection to each router from one router, and then I just reversed it. That's all I did. It seems complicated, and if this is hard for you guys to grasp, just send me a message and I'll try better explain it. But I'm gonna end. This is gonna be the end of the first part of frame relay tutorial, and I will pick up part 2 in I'm actually gonna start now. I just want to pause because I'm gonna run out of video time. Okay, thank you for watching.